Welcome to Grimy Poplitics. I'm Josh.
I am Errol.
And this is our Sunday night stream. We're getting it rolling with some Apex right out the gate. We've already had us a W. You weren't here for it. That was just for us. Got some stuff to talk to you about what happened over the weekend. We get to debrief on our weekends and looking forward to the week ahead. So thanks for joining us on here. We do appreciate it. Right out the gate, how was your weekend, Errol?
Pretty good. I just chilled for the weekend.
It was nice, wasn't it?
Nice. I just chilled out, laid in, watched a movie with the ladies and the babies, and
Perfect.
enjoyed it.
I will say when you showed up here, you were in an exceptionally good mood, which other than having a great weekend, the only other way you could have done that was to have slept on the way here, which I'm pretty confident you didn't do.
But I slept a lot, plenty at home.
Good. I'm glad to hear that.
Relax.
Good, man. I'm glad to hear that. I had an action-packed weekend other than yesterday morning for the most part.
I'm ready to hear about it.
Let's see. Did a lot of cleaning around here yesterday morning in anticipation for the D&D game last night. Ben, Zach, and I went out to August Bush shooting complex to do some trap shooting. We did 2 rounds, and I actually won one of them. I got me a 5 for 5 for the first time, which was kind of dope, and then won the round 21 out of 25, so I'm pretty happy about that. Finally figuring out how this shotgun thing works. And then rush back here, and then we had D&D last night, which I will debrief you on all what happened. Including we're switching up our schedule, so for the first time ever, back-to-back weeks of D&D, we'll be playing again this Saturday.
Behind me, people.
People dying. Oh, we're in danger.
Where all these people come from?
I did spend a little bit of the weekend also yesterday morning going over our set and kind of redoing the cameras and lights a little bit. Errol and I are no longer being blasted with light. As bright as it looks to you is about as bright as it is in here, so that's kind of a nice change. And as Errol was pointing out, the LED strips that we spoke about.
That's my heart rate right
actually,
there.
There you go, the heart. I did get those installed this weekend too, so we got a little more ambiance, and I can even bring up the room camera, and you can see the boys are chilling in here with us as well. Mr. B and Vestige on the floor there. I don't know what they're fighting over. I guess they're not. They're just hanging. They are just hanging out, probably talking shit about me, I would imagine. But we're hot into this one. I did add a couple new songs to the repertoire, so we might get to those a little bit later. I have to write a new. I have a new verse for what happened this weekend. It goes something like, "Today saw a bird takes flight. Tried to steal a horse, but he killed a guy."
What?
So one of the things that took place during our D&D adventure this week, we were tracking a terrorist, and Jake was chasing him, and he needed a horse. Jake needed a horse in a hurry, and there happened to be
Isn't Jake a bird?
Well, yeah, Jake's a bird.
He can't fly?
No, that's racist. He attempted to commandeer a horse by kind of attacking a guy off of it, and now he only hit the guy for 2 HP, which would normal citizens have 4 HP. So I guess technically Jake didn't kill him, but when the ground took its turn on the guy, it did 10 damage. So he died.
The guy they were chasing, the terrorist?
No. The guy they were trying to commandeer a horse from.
So he killed an innocent person?
There you go. Errol's all caught up now.
Well.
There it is.
I'm sure the authorities are after him.
We're not actually sure what the fallout from that was. We started, I'm sure it'll be just relative damage because there was actually a terrorist attack that's why we were chasing that person is that market we were in. Mm-hmm. We went in to have a drink with a guy before we left, and while we were in there, stuff started exploding outside. And when we ran outside, there was this elvish person floating up above the entire thing that was just like bombing it. And our DM didn't think we had a shot of doing any serious damage, and just like that, the DM forgot he gave us hunting rifles. And so me and Ben immediately whip out our hunting rifles and we start hammering this dude. We end up knocking him out of the sky. Before we could get to him, one of his accomplices put him down. And that's who we were chasing, was the accomplice. And we chased her for an hour. Foot chase for an hour. I know it was an hour because those of us that had taken a potion to turn us into dragons for an hour had turned back, and they were just finishing the chase. And when the boys finally ran her down, it was our hunter and our rogue that finally ran her down. By the way, Jake and Jeff Davis died last night.
They died about how?
They're not permadead. We got them back, but they died. They both died for sure.
How'd they die?
Fighting this chick that they were chasing. When they finally ran her down, and I had made mention during the chase, holy fuck, this lady is demonstrating an awful lot of abilities that lead me to believe when you catch her, that's not going to be fun. And yeah, totally right. Completely right. The best kind of right. And so when they fought her, she killed Raul, and he got brought back up. Jake ended up getting same thing, got killed by her. He got back up, and when the guys wouldn't stop chasing her, this crazy Echo Knight thing showed up, which we think is a changeling, and he basically started cleaning the floor with them, and he had.
You talking about the archer died?
Yeah. He went to 0 hit points. Jake was on the floor with 0 hit points, doing death saving rolls, and this guy standing over him with a spike, and he told Jeff, "Stop, or I'm just gonna kill him." And Jeff was like, "Okay, we'll stop." And the Echo Knight like kicked Corvus over, and him and the terrorist lady fucking vanished basically. It was a crazy battle, and the whole time I could see it on Trevor's face. He's like, damn, you guys weren't supposed to be able to do that. Damn, you weren't supposed to be able to do that. Because we're finally all figuring out how to play our fucking characters, man, and when shit goes down, like, we, go gadget whatever we need for that situation, because, like, we have that thing. And so, let's see. Other cool stuff that happened last night. As we were getting ready to leave the market, you remember how you left, but the session ended when, the last week when somebody tapped on Raul's shoulder and was like, "You looking for me, darling?" And we ended up having like a meeting with him. And afterwards, a animal vendor came up to us. And we had a long conversation with him. And I got us 2 owlbear cubs.
Oh snap! That's pretty dope.
Yeah, we haven't named them yet. They should be being delivered in the next, or they'll be there in the next session. But we have a pair of owlbear cubs, dude. Owlbear cubs on their own have a strength of 17.
Well, I hit that motherfucker so many times. He should have died.
And so, but full grown owlbear cubs get 20 to strength, and they get 2 attacks per turn, and both of them are worth like 2d10 and shit.
So you got baby ones?
Yeah, they're cubs. We have 2 of them.
You gonna keep them?
Yeah, that's why we bought them.
Oh, you bought them?
Yeah, we bought them.
How much you pay for them?
$850. They're worth 600 apiece.
Oh, okay. So both of them together was $850.
Yep. Yep.
Is that the market? That's where you bought them?
Yeah. Oh, and so, hey, we leveled up last night. And so now my persuasion and performance is plus 11. Which means unless I roll a nat 1, the lowest I can roll is a 21. Right? I know you're in the battle. Oh, the girls are hitting us. Hey, Denise said hi to both of us. Dorothy said hi to you and then to me. And then she said, looking forward to some wins. Well, she should have been here earlier. You missed one. You missed one, Dorothy.
Hey, babes. But the owlbear, so how long does it take to get to full grown?
4 years.
4 years?
Yep. And there is things we could do to speed that along, but you don't want to do it too. You don't really want to do anything. You want them learning as it goes along. You know, you can look at it for like us, and he probably won't make us wait the whole 4 years to grow them up, and they're useful now. They're actually as fucking viable now as most of us are.
How big are they?
They're fucking. Owlbear Cub 5th edition. Let's see. Armor class 13. Hit points 19. So 3d10 plus 3. Let's see. Strength 17. Dexterity's 12. Constitution's 14. Intelligence is 3. Wisdom's 11 and charisma's 7. 60-foot dark vision. Passive perception of 13. Let's see. They get 2 attacks. Melee attack. The beak is a +5 to hit, and then it's a 1d6 plus 3 damage, and then the claws are a +5 to hit, and it's a 1d4 plus 3 slashing damage.
So who controls the owlbear?
I don't know. It's going to be eventually as we go along. Probably everyone will have something that they're controlling along with it. I'm going to take one of them because I actually, some of it was out of the alms box, but me and Jake actually put in our money into it. He put 175, I put 100, and then I think Adam put in like 50. But they're the parties. I mean, it's whoever. Here's the thing: they won't be controlled like you would a familiar. It's going to be who's training them, you know, like basically during my free time now, I'm probably going to spend my time training the owlbears.
That's pretty cool. Oh,
and you know what they
getting
look
that
like,
owlbear up there, doing the task strong.
Here's what they
Be a
look like.
beast.
Medium cam, small cams.
I'll be a beast.
This is an owlbear.
Yeah. Same thing for my
We got a pair of them.
my mom and dad. You gonna breed them? Sell off the children?
They're siblings.
Hey, you don't know what that species does.
Are you saying don't judge?
I mean, in Boulder's Gate, the kid ate the mother right after it died. Right
Okay.
after we killed it, he eats his mother.
The introduction went thusly. Bomb wanted to be the one to talk, or Jake wanted to be the one to talk to it, but Raul and I both cast Speak with Animals, so we could hear what they were saying to each other and stuff, and they were fighting over one stealing the other one's breakfast. We ended up feeding it a mouse, and so nobody asked what the mouse said. And then when we dropped... when we started talking to them, they were both like itching for adventure. So
Pretty cool.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty dope, man. They should be back at the mansion probably sometime. You know, their next session. But yeah, we immediately made Trevor regret that whole giving us hunting rifles thing.
He just gave you hunting
No, we had to
rifles?
buy them. I mean, they were 200 gold apiece. But I had to have something. Fuck, I was using a crossbow, man, that I barely have proficiency in. And he's gonna jam it up on me. First time I roll a 1 on that to hit, he's gonna nuke that thing. I can tell. That's okay, because I got me a fucking owlbear. I'm gonna throw that at people.
And make it jump off the tallest building.
Oh, fuck. Is that a beak attack or a strike?
Yeah, I see it.
All right, sure. Good job.
Gotta take him out somehow.
I kind of feel like those guys wanted to die, which seems weird. Just don't play the game, but I mean, right? Was that weird?
Yeah, to run around into my
Were
bullets.
those bots?
I don't think so, but you know, maybe. The first drop, it's bound to have some kids. Alright. So, why did you guys level up? Because of the terrorist?
Oh, because there was no way we were supposed to catch that terrorist, and we did. And so it was a milestone event, and I think the milestone was the first time we actually catch somebody involved in this, which we did get the body. Like I said, the guy that actually launched the terrorist attack, we killed that guy. Well, we put him on the ground. His accomplice killed him. But we did capture him when we were able to garner some information. He's got a mark on his wrist that I actually went to Alga about, and he was able to kind of give us some info, and Alga did us a favor. I asked Alga for a favor, and he did it. We were curious if that counselor Confessa chick was a archfey, and he can detect archfays. And so we convinced him to disguise himself, or I did. I convinced him to disguise himself, and I don't even think Trevor made me roll on it, dude. I just asked Alga if he would be nice enough to just disguise himself as a commoner and go walking by the counselor's mansion, because he would be able to detect if there was an archfey in there, and he didn't detect anything. So whoever the changeling is that's pretending to be the counselor is not an archfey. And oh, the collector absolutely tore your asses up for going to see the counselor without anybody.
Did he?
Oh yeah, he was yelling at Vol. Oh, I did this really funny thing in the market. This guy came up to us, and he was a dragonborn, and I was just like, I looked at him and I went, Vol? And he's like, my name's not Vol. What the fuck? Blah blah blah. I was like, sorry, you look like a guy I know.
So the collector was mad about
you
going
guys
to see the
counselor?
for
going to because you guys could have got killed.
Yeah, that's always the risk.
But there was no reason to do it. He didn't want you guys to do it yet. We're actually considering storming that place now. Not that anything happened, but that's in game. The collector was pissed at you guys. I don't know if you care or not, but I wouldn't care. But it's worth noting. Still got yelled at. But did you get the joke about the Dragonborn? I ran into a Dragonborn. I thought it was Vol because they all look the same.
No, I didn't get to just now.
Trevor,
I was more
Trevor got it right. Oh yeah, you were thinking about the collector thing. Trevor got it right away. He was like, just because we all look the same doesn't mean I'm the same guy, you know. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. What do you want? I should have asked him to buy his scales off.
All Dragonborns look alike.
No, they do, yeah. Well, they're all the same species, and if you're used to seeing humanoids everywhere all the time, and suddenly now you're seeing dragons. We do dragons. Oh, and in the fire, I said that the market got firebombed and all that.
Yeah.
I went back and still in drag. Oh, remember that? Were you there for when we were trying to get down the mountain from seeing Alga, and he gave us a potion that turned us into dragons?
Nope.
Well, we still had some left, so a couple of us transformed into dragons to try chasing this guy. I ended up staying back because I was going to hang out and try to help, and I went back as a dragon to try to help these guys put out the fire and stuff. That was a weird interaction. I had to, through dance, show them that I was a person disguised as a dragon and see if they needed any help. They're like, no, we got it. It's fine. I'm like, okay, bye. And I just told, I told, and at the table, I was just like, okay, fuck it. I leave. And everybody was laughing because I was like, fuck it. If they don't need my help, I'm leaving.
Oh boy, got 2 owl bears
and leveled up to level 5. Dude, like I was saying, on persuasion and performance, the lowest I can roll is a 21.
Well, yeah, you're gonna pass all those.
Yeah, actually,
every single time.
Actually, last night was the first time as a party, we had a serious talk about the fact that going forward, I basically can't fail any persuasions unless I roll a nat fucking 1. And
is that a thing? He's made nat 1 a thing.
Huh?
He made nat 1 a thing.
I made nat 1 a thing. Technically, no, by the game rules, a 1 would be a 21, but I gave him nat 1 just for some room for failure, because sometimes failure is funnier. Basically, if you're gonna want to take advantage of, and this goes for everybody, if you're gonna want to take advantage of my ability to barter, because my barter skills are just unparalleled, we have to clear it ahead of time. So if I'm going into a shop and you know that guy's got something you want, you tell me ahead of time that you want it, and I'll negotiate it as a part of my stuff.
Right.
Because going forward, to prevent us from taking advantage of that, the deal is the guy can hear you. So if Adam's like, hey man, I'll get that scroll from me, give me a deal. It'll be like, well dude, he can hear you. He's going to give you the deal he's going to give you, not the deal he's going to give me. Yeah. If anything, don't say shit.
Everybody can't be OP.
Even better, what better would be is to don't say shit while we're in the store. Wait until we leave and then tell me about it. And then I'll go back later and be like, something I noticed when we were here last time. I've been on my mind. And then I get it. Then I can take advantage of my shit. Because basically, dude, with the 21, I decide what we pay for shit. Right?
Yeah, it's the barter.
Or even better, I decide what we get paid for shit.
The conversation.
I almost tried. I was gonna have to rip Ben and Adam out of Breakwater because they wanted to go back to the casino. They were gonna get us all killed. We really, really rocked a casino when we were there, Breakwater. We were just rolling amazing rolls. I did a performance when I first got there as the bard, and I rolled like a 22-23 on it, and our DM for the audience rolled 100, like straight up rolled 100, and so he had to make it rain. I got paid.
What? Oh, that's crazy work.
Where was that from?
All the way back here somewhere behind me. And like, they didn't even let me know I was getting hit.
Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. By the way, anybody watching, give us a thumbs up. We do appreciate that.
Hold on. Shields are charging. Taking fire.
What the? What are you shooting at me for?
Signaling my drone back.
Back it over. See where it's.
Yes. Someone else is over there. Ready, set, go.
I'm fine. Just fixing up. Let's transfer to that spot.
I do love that junkie.
Got it.
Octane.
I'm fine. Just fixing up.
Hey, we got bad guys over there.
I know I heard them. Taking fire.
Through the hole. It's time to roll.
Oh, they're hurting.
Ah, yeah, you're just getting fucked. One's a sniper, one's a fuse. They just suppressing us. Oh, now you want to throw down, dude. What the? Whoa!
I'm not done
I
yet.
can't catch a break. Where did he even come from?
I fucking hate Mirage.
If you ask me, you weren't half bad.
Is your team gonna show up and fucking avenge your death?
Well, if they don't, I'm
Nah, he's gone. He's out.
yeah.
Oh! Hold on, one more.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead.
Oh, got the drop on him and hit him 3 times, dude.
You're dead.
He could have reverse pickpocketed the grenade.
Got somebody sniping.
Yes, I was just about to say I seen that sliver of vape coming at him.
That's why you always have some type of ranged weapon. I did not do that.
This is a panic runaway. Can she craft your shit? Oh, it's Octane. Fuck.
Yeah, he can. I think he's
Octane can?
Yeah. You got to be a part of the group of, I think, support. Why? Why?
Oh, it worked.
You're gonna kill both of them?
Oh, he didn't even down one of them.
Oh,
Oh, and now he's working the other one. The other one's still there, yo.
he's doing better than I thought.
The other one's still there. I was gonna say, like, you saw, he worked one into the red.
He did. He
And then when he
dropped the
started
fuse.
shooting again, it was purple.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's just like not even knowing the fucking game. I'm just saying the one was red. That's all right. Well, thankfully they will just queue up another one of those for us and we can try again.
Scott's got own rule.
Okay, so did you see Tower? Remember the other night, Caleb said, "Hey, Terrence Howard on Joe Rogan, you need to see that shit."
I do remember.
Okay, so
And I
I
called
thought
them
it
on-
was like something from like back in the day, like when Tower. Okay, sure. So no, that
Not the
shit,
new one with
that shit. No, Caleb must have been watching it night of because like that was the night it was on, and he was like
with Joe Rogan.
Yeah, it was like just a couple like last week, all that stuff. So he is insane.
Oh, Terrence Howard?
Yeah, so initially I wanted to be like, well, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt because I don't want to make sure, because I think he's kind of an idiot anyways, and I didn't want any of that bias to get in the way of it. Like, okay, I'm going to take some of I'm going to listen to what he's saying. Dude, there was like 3 or 4 things I'm like, well, I know, factually know that's not true. I know that's not fucking
What
true.
was it? 1 times 1 is
Like pressures and
2?
things,
What
and
he
he was
said?
talking about pressures in space, and I'm like, dude, it's a vacuum. It's a And so, holy shit.
it's in the shapes, man.
Yeah.
No, it's in the shapes, man.
And dude, did you see the part where he said, "Oh no, they're turning my phone off again" or something like that? And Joe's like, "What?" And he's like,
I didn't watch it.
he's like, anytime I'm on, one of these shows and I'm trying to show pictures, my phone, just dies. It turns off. And Joe Rogan's like, "You dropped that phone?" And I'm guessing Joe said that because he could probably see the screen was cracked or something like that. And he's like, yeah, I drop it sometimes. And Joe's like, you think that's maybe why it turns itself off sometimes?
That's why.
And Terrence Howard wasn't hearing any of it, dude. He was hearing fucking none of it. And Joe's like, well, who do you think's turning it off? And he said the phrase that's like, code for.
You're crazy?
No, for saying it's the basically Jewish people controlling the world and the financial system that turned up.
Who said it, Terrence?
Terrence, yeah. He basically, it was the coded language of saying that, the Jewish people were doing it to him, which is funny shit. But yeah, no, dude, he's out there. He's legit crazy. The problem is he's surrounded by people that probably just, when he's rambling these ideas, are like, yeah, man, you're right, dude. And they're just collecting a paycheck because his shit is like provably wrong. A lot of the things he was saying. So it sucked because he was saying some shit I liked on some topics, but it's like, damn, now I got to reconsider whether I even know what I'm talking about because you're so batshit crazy that there's no way.
So nothing he said was.
One of the lines that I heard about it was actually probably really helpful. It's that once you start buying into conspiracies, you have to buy into all of them eventually. And so he was, like for instance, his watch went off during the interview, and he had to take his like some sort of vitamin cleansing supplement thing that his wife got him. He said his wife had him on and stuff, and it's just more of the like, you're all the crazies.
Yeah, you think he's just having like a crisis? You don't think he is as relevant as?
Probably some sort of undiagnosed mental condition that, given even a minute amount of like reality, would have fixed. That's a problem, man. Is when you get like that, and, he's not like super rich, but you even get relatively rich, suddenly reality quits mattering, and it's almost a fabrication of whatever you like. And so that's what I'm guessing's going on. Because wasn't he on one of these shows that like went really far, like was really popular? Wasn't he on some TV show not long ago?
I mean, Empire's last one.
That's
I know,
it,
but
Empire.
it wasn't that popular. It ended. Like they stopped the show.
Yeah, they did.
So, but he was always been the type of guy
on a cold night in Chicago, right?
Right. Yeah. But he's always been the guy like, oh, I'm not getting paid enough. Oh, they wasn't paying. That's what happened with Iron Man, right?
You eat a lot of Subway. You ever been lynched on the way home?
Huh?
You eat a lot of Subway. You ever been lynched on the way home?
No. Nope, not yet.
Would you keep
Still waiting.
Errol, would you keep the noose on to show the cops?
Talking about Jussie Smollett.
Juicy
Smolier.
Smolier.
Lead up your squad.
Gunmaster.
What's up, buddy? Give me some love.
But he's wild. I don't think that's why they stopped it though. But I mean, after that, I'm sure it went downhill.
It was just a couple seasons later, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, the show was going down anyway.
I guess you went outside.
Oh. Oh. Fucking got me. Yeah, contact.
Someone first right. No go.
Every once in a while, this dude would pepper in something that's true. And
Just to throw you off the trail.
one of those was, he said, the Earth is receding away from the sun. And that's actually true. It's like 0.6 inches a year. We get a little bit further away from the sun. And it's because the sun's losing mass, you know? And so, he extrapolated from that all the planets actually came from the sun, and it spit them out, and we're all slowly moving away from the sun because that's how planets are formed. They spit them out of the sun.
Sounds legit.
Kill leader. Absolutely
legit.
disgusting effort.
I believe him, and I think we should vote for him.
Oh shit.
Already inside.
I believe it. But Parents Howard been crazy. No one believes his shenanigans. That's definitely why when he said that, you're not saying, not to say that Caleb was wrong about anything, but no, I was talking some
Care package being delivered.
stuff that normal people doesn't confirm.
Replicator here. Stock up if you can.
Getting shot at.
Oh, why is damn it. What it be going on?
They're driving down another.
Idiot with them. Companions, move here.
I think this place needs a little more. Relax. I got everything under control.
Come on, B.
I need to hear. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Nice.
I
Executed the last boss.
murked my way through that one.
We're down to 50%, kids. Yeah, that's
That guy
That's
should
usually the only choice.
Healing.
you should have killed me.
You lay down.
Enemy here.
I can't even see with this gun. Jesus Christ.
Recharging my shields.
Hi, Brad.
So B.
throwing our.
Oh no, let's not do.
Get in some Apex.
I'm hurt. Using a Phoenix kit.
Oh, up top. I need to get rid of this gun.
Shield cell here.
Shield. Reloading.
Oh, Like, where's my fucking team? Now. You know, maybe we were all working together from the get.
Nah, we'll just come together in death.
Right. I come to die right beside you.
So,
Good old Terrence.
so Asus, the like manufacturer for motherboards, video cards, different kinds of computers, monitors, shit like that. So they pissed everybody off. They were lying about warranty work, doing everything they could to get out of actually having to fix shit, charging customers when they shouldn't be. LTT got involved. They started, or actually Gamers Nexus. Them guys ended up doing this huge expose on Asus and just totally fucking throwing everything out in the public. And Asus has really, to date, not done anything really about it. They haven't been trying to fix anything. It's like they don't care. So that makes it really hard to like really get involved and want to buy their products. Well, the ROG Ally X just came out, their new handheld, and it's fucking amazing. And Linus did a review on it. I think
Handheld gaming system,
Yep.
like the
Stream Deck.
Okay.
And so he did this review on it yesterday, and the title of it's "I can't recommend the ROG Ally X enough," or he can't recommend it. Sorry, not enough. He can't recommend it. And so, but D Brand had sponsored the video, and D Brand has a case for it that's supposed to be indestructible. And so they told Linus, that it's supposed to be indestructible. And so he had a device that he didn't care about inside a case that was supposed to be indestructible. And so he demoed it, and I'm going to wait until you get dead again.
Just show me?
That's all the prequel to it. This video is amazing. Then I'm going to show you a little clip it, but I'll let Errol play his game first. He definitely tested it out.
Asus gaming comp.
Asus, yeah, and dude,
I've been
the
thinking
thing's,
about getting
it's
the Steam back.
badass. It accepts a regular M.2 full stick, which means you could technically have up to 8 gigs of storage on it. Or I'm sorry,
8 gigs.
8 terabytes of storage.
Right. That's dope. Terabyte.
Attention. Champion has been eliminated.
I mean, it's gonna cost you $500, but
It's only 500. Steam
no,
Deck was
8 terabytes.
Oh, because I was gonna say the Steam Deck was like, was it 650?
Yeah, there's a new one out now too.
A new Steam Deck?
It's just an updated version, better screen, slightly better numbers. All the numbers went up a little bit,
That matters.
including the one with the dollar sign at the beginning. But it's a little bit better. Well, why not just do the old one?
Right. Why don't you make the old one better? Best. Yeah.
But I'll say this: I mean, for the most part, they've been holding up their end of the bargain with iFixit. Like, I mean, you can completely service a Steam Deck, including if you have the older one and you want the newer, better monitor or screen that comes with it. Fucking buy it and swap it out.
What's wrong with their own screen? It wasn't
then
OLED.
they got a brighter one, newer, better, higher resolution. I think.
Level 3.
Yeah, I've been wanting one for a while. I was gonna get the first one I had coming out.
I thought you got it and sold it.
I never got it. I was gonna pre-order it. I had like remember they had the list, or you could sign up to get it when it first came out.
Yeah.
With like a certain number of people. Yeah.
Care package.
Either I ignored.
Package coming down from the sun.
Whoops.
I've been down.
Yeah, that was easy money, dude. Buy it for $650, sell it for $9. Those guys are making big money.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. When
What do you mean? Like they were
was
scalping them?
Yeah, fuck yeah. That was at the hype of scalping, man.
Our teammate is not looking.
That was at, like the height
I didn't know they were scalping those.
when people couldn't find a PlayStation at Walmart. No, man. During coming out of COVID, it was like the whole speculative market. The entire speculative market thought that every piece of electronic that came out was just going to be super scarce, and that was never going to be the case. All right, so here's Linus and his explanation. Make sure the audio's up.
The more I like this thing, the more disappointing it is that Asus just can't get their reputation in line. I guess the silver lining is that they've still got time. The Ally X doesn't actually launch for about another month, and I'd like for a moment to directly address Asus leadership here to say that I look forward to seeing a commitment to real, lasting change. And I also look forward to telling you about our sponsor, Dbrand. They say their ROG Ally kill switch case is practically indestructible. Haha. This poor table.
One more time.
Did you see the face, the fucking look he gave? Right on.
Not bad, Dbrand. Not bad. Check it out at the link in the video description.
Fucking smirk.
Thanks for watching.
I
If
gotta
you guys
see that
enjoyed this
again.
video, maybe take a look. This poor table.
Right here.
He enjoyed
Right
it.
there, that one. Like, yep. Beat the shit out of that thing. Good job,
Not bad,
Dbrand.
Dbrand.
You know, he's like, good job, Dbrand. Asus, you guys could suck a dick.
So wait, so he got beef with Asus?
Yeah, because of what I was telling you. They're ripping off... dude, Gamers Nexus
But
did an
didn't you say
entire
that
expose on
The
it.
thing was created by Asus. They didn't want
The
to came out with
handheld.
the handheld. That wasn't the handheld he was
Yeah,
reviewing.
yeah.
Oh, so he's reviewing their handheld and shouting out.
And the sponsor was Dbrand for the case.
Yeah.
For the handheld that he wanted to make sure the case could hold up to saving, you know, and if not, that's too bad.
Nice shot.
Yeah. And then he's like, great job, Dbrand.
Right. That's
And
yeah, petty.
fuck Asus, man.
The Asus did enough for free?
Huh? Oh no,
He
they
bought
said
that for
no. They
review?
said in the beginning. As a matter of fact, I don't think he was supposed to have it because they even said he's like, you know, this technically isn't a review, but I can make predictions based on what the lab tells me. And so they ran all their numbers on it, and dude, the thing is badass.
What is?
Yeah, it's probably the best handheld available right now, no question.
So what did they check? Did they battery life?
Everything. Oh yeah, it's got a huge fucking battery.
How long?
It's got newer, faster, smaller fans.
Or
I don't know what
gaming, though.
that's always subjective to how much.
See, that's
load
what
the processor-
matters because what else you gonna do with it?
No, don't measure it like that. How many milliamps is it? And that's directly proportionate to how big it is. And it's the biggest battery of all the handhelds. So if it turn down the brightness, and you will extend your battery out. No, that's
Yeah,
no.
I
I
don't
want
wanna
to
worry
challenge you
about
on
that
that one. I
shit.
want to challenge you on
I
that
don't
one.
wanna
That's not
worry about
fair.
it. What do you mean?
That's not fair because it's not apples to fucking apples, dude. Like running something like Baldur's Gate is going to be way less intensive than Apex. Baldur's
How can
Gate
you
is
say
set
a
to set
a
to
gaming console that a basic gaming console, its whole purpose is to game on. The fact how long you can game on it doesn't matter.
It's dependent on the game.
I get that, but I would still want to know how long it could last on taxing games
All
like
right,
Apex.
here's the only stats that matter.
That's what would matter to me.
The only stats that matter then is which processor it is and how big the battery is. That's all that matters. That's the only
Why does that
variables you
matter?
can test because the processor's the
You know what I'm
parts.
saying,
that
but why
can-
does it matter to you?
because
How big
that's the only
processor?
tangible measurements.
But
Like,
you want that for what reason though? For like how the game plays, how well it processes these game, right?
what do you mean?
I mean,
No. The processor's how you can judge how fast the battery is going to be used.
okay,
So if you know the processor, that's an Apple. So if you compare handhelds that use a similar processor, you can say, okay, these will use the same amount of power. How big's the battery? And then the biggest battery is going to last the longest because all the processors use the same amount of power. Do you get what I'm saying?
no, I get what you're saying.
So the only variable that you can put in there that isn't a direct, because even an individual game, like you play, say let's use something that'll work. say we were both playing Fortnite and I just run and gun and shoot, but you do a ton of fucking hotel building. Even though we're playing the same amount of game, you're using a lot more processor than I am, and processings directly relate to power. That's why it's so difficult to like give you a good answer on that. The only definitive numbers I can supply you with is you're using this processor,
Right.
it uses this much voltage or this much wattage.
So
and
if I
this is
want
how
to
big
know
your battery is.
how long I can play this console because of the processor, right? So then I would want the console with the best processor then. Still to
the
answer my
best
question.
processor is going to use up more power. So here's how you could do it.
Because
I'm giving
all I
the answer.
still
This is
all I want.
Yeah, I get.
is-
I'm trying to explain. Let me explain how it's
Alright.
normally done. If you wanted to know exactly what you get out of a different console, you need to get a console. You need to play whatever game you're talking about until the battery dies. Measure how long that is. Then get the information on what the processor power usage was during that time. And then do the ratio of that versus your battery. You could do that without playing the game to any other console. Because you could just be like, oh, your processor uses this much power. And this is how big your battery is. What's the
So the
ratio?
console's not out yet.
No, it launches later this month.
Who else is doing reviews on it? Who else do you believe
Nobody's
is
got
gonna-
one yet. Nobody's got one.
Oh, all right. Because I'm sure somebody's gonna compare it.
Well, yeah,
Compare how
it's
long
going to
it
be
lasts.
great. Dude, the battery's huge. So, and it's using the same processor that the original Ally used. So it's got the same processor with a bigger battery. So you could actually pull those numbers directly and see what that's going to actually correlate into. But all of them, I don't do that shit. Linus said it's the best one basically by stats. And they are actually doing the look at the processor and actually see what its draw is. And dude, huge battery. They reduced the size of the fans and made them quieter, which is almost going against physics that they did that. Because generally when they get smaller, they got to spin faster and they make more noise. So,
Well, what shall I see?
I mean, it's gonna flop, dude. Everybody's super pissed off at Asus.
But it's the best one.
Yeah, but like the people now know that, like, dude, it was so egregious. People were sending in their allies for warranty work, and Asus was like totally scouring this case for the smallest little marks that they could find to justify not validating the warranty. Like, there was a bunch of people, like, even around, like, the clip where you're supposed to clip it, like, the little bar you clip around, there was a nick in that, and they're like, it's broke. You dropped it. And they were charging people while their shit was still under warranty, or saying they did the work and didn't do it. Like, the Gamers Nexus thing, one morning I woke up, and there's, like, this, like, 30-minute video from Gamers Nexus about Asus, and I'm like, whoa, Steve doesn't do that unless he's got something big, and he did. He had something huge. Like, these guys are like, Asus is probably $1 million or more a year fucking people over on their warranties and shit. Because here's the deal, they'll be like, we're not fixing it, and we don't guarantee to return all of your shit. Do you want to pay us to fix it? And so, like, and like any,
They're not guaranteed to return. All of your
there's
shit.
like basically like we can return it to you, but you know, who knows what's gonna happen since we didn't fix it. And so, like, dude, it's shady as fuck. I'll send you the video. I'll send you a link to the video.
Because I've never heard anything about
this
Asus.
this is the most egregious like behavior from a computer manufacturer that we've seen in a while as far as warranties go.
So this just start happening.
Yeah, like, I think the expose on that Asus was like a week and a half ago that Gamers Nexus did it. And it has blown up. Because, you know, in the game, in the computer hardware space, we're actively losing manufacturers. Like EVGA, the company that made my video card, they don't make video cards anymore. They're out. And so, like, we're slowly losing them, and it's starting to consolidate down. And so now, like, these individual little companies are being, like, looked at more because, you know, we're running out of fucking options. And so when something like
Asus is one of them.
Ace was, they were, as far
It's
as
just
I'm
news to
concerned,
me,
as
right.
far as I'm concerned, Asus doesn't exist until there's a fundamental change there that they can prove. Like, this is going to be one of those things that the company's going to take a huge hit on and eventually have to, like, make one of those announcements like, here's what we're doing at Asus to ensure that in the future, blah, 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 we're creating a glorified ticket processing system that'll ensure that every customer gets the best care possible. We'll have a new system so you can flag warranty information you believe is incorrect. You know, shit like that. Like, but they haven't even got there yet. Remember the Red Ring of Death on Xbox? Oh shit, you're gonna be in a fisticuffs right away.
Yeah, you got him.
Do you remember the Red Ring of Death thing with the Xbox 360?
Yep.
They didn't just like jump out day one as like, hey guys, we think there might be a problem. Microsoft didn't finally do something until it started to affect their stock price, dude.
Sounds about right.
And then they released this whole thing where they're like, we're putting $1 billion into taking care of people who have problems. And then when you contact Microsoft customer support, they would immediately usher you out what was called a coffin, which was a cardboard box to send your Xbox 360 in to have it repaired. People would pre-order coffins, bro, just to have one ready. And me and Mom, we were smart. We got our Xbox 360s from Best Buy, and we got that the protection they offered, the free replacement thing. Yep. And so we kept getting new Xboxes, and I bought the original Xbox, and when it died, the only Xboxes they had, Errol, at the time was the Halo 3 edition. And so they had to give me a Halo 3 edition Xbox 360.
To replace it.
To replace the one that died. Yep.
They weren't telling you to send it back, huh?
No, because I had paid Best Buy for their replacement thing.
Right.
To where anytime shit died, we just walked in and was like, look, it's broke.
That was smart.
They would plug it in, make sure it was broke, and give us a new one. Mom and I went through, I think, one time we were counting as we went along, and between just the two of us, we had gotten 6 Xbox 360s. We were on our 6th ones. We had extra bricks and stuff and all kinds of shit all over the house. It was an incredible gaming experience, but man, the Xbox 360 was a load of shit. Oh, hey Tara. We are just playing the video games.
Yeah, you know what I'm doing. Dad love.
And Errol has slowly migrated to his home position.
Sure. I'm gonna come back.
Nice.
I don't know, when I get into it, I just get to moving around.
Yeah, you do. He's slowly squirming off camera. I can assure the audience that I have meticulously constructed Errol's area in a way to ensure maximum performance. And as long as he just stays where he's supposed to, it all works out. Oh boy.
Oh, fuck. Always somebody getting involved. They're gonna die.
Survival is not insured.
Oh, no. Won't leave me alone.
What are you doing, Tara?
Let me kill and be free. Tara Bear. Tara Bear. He's my sweetest.
Oh, so you heard about Mike Tyson, right?
Besides him fighting Jake.
Well,
I'm guessing he won. I'm
no,
not sure
no, we would have watched it. Tyson got an ulcer, and so they've extended it or canceled it or whatever.
The fight?
Yeah, and so Jake Paul immediately jumped on Twitter and said, "Fine, I'll do it," or whatever. And Logan Paul responded, "Mom really doesn't want me to knock you out, but fuck it." So it sounds like Jake and Logan are in a fight instead.
Again? Didn't they fight before? Didn't they box
I
before?
have no idea.
Yeah, like, and who wants to see them?
I mean, I was just watching because I want to see fucking Logan Paul get beat up
By his brother?
by fucking Tyson.
Oh, but right, but he's out now.
I'm not watching them two fight.
Yeah.
It's stupid. Nobody cares.
He's just trying hard to be a boxer. Or maybe it's just a money thing for him.
Well,
Maybe
yeah,
he's
of
not
course
really
it's a money thing.
seriously actually trying to be a boxer. But he did do some, I think, either some real boxing or UFC. He did at least do one or two of them. But no one recognizes him as a real athlete. YouTuber. So, pretty sure any real professional.
I mean, he is technically at this point a real professional.
What makes him
He's been in
professional fights?
with guys that actually train to do this shit. He's for real a boxer. Like, it wasn't going to be a cakewalk for Tyson, but Tyson was certainly going to knock him the fuck out.
I don't think it. I mean,
Have
he's
you
Jake
seen
Paul.
him?
He's a YouTuber. What?
Have you seen him
Jake Paul?
lately?
Yeah, he just looked.
Logan Paul, not Jake Paul.
Oh,
Jake
Logan.
Paul is the one doing wrestling.
I don't really follow either one of them
Logan's
too
stacked
much.
now. When he lined up next to Tyson, he looks like he should be there.
Let's do this, brothers.
I mean, he shouldn't.
Which one is Logan?
He
The short hair one or the long hair one?
I guess right now he's the short-haired one, blonde hair. I mean, he's fucking ripped.
I don't know.
Up
Tyson
close
was like,
and
look at
personal.
him. He's fat. He looked more fat,
Not
big.
anymore.
Than,
Not for the weigh-in, or not when they.
Oh, my brothers, we got extra supplies.
oh, that's why he
funny.
got back in the gym after that.
I love it when you look up pictures of him. They're all old and he looks like a dumbass. Show me the Tyson.
something good.
Round one. Blood. Beginning ring countdown.
First blood.
Fancy Ed. We're already inside the next ring.
New kill leader. Heads up. Optics here. Close range.
Well, he got all tatted up just this year, didn't he?
Who?
Logan, or Jake Paul. It's Jake Paul,
Someone's been there.
not Logan Paul.
Took a shot at a cargo bot.
Fraudster. Got a picture of him?
I'm looking for some equivalent decent.
Target spotted.
Fuck, he's actually taller than Tyson too.
Oh yeah,
But that hasn't saved guys in the past.
right. A lot of people Tyson's knocked out has been.
I mean, here's a decent,
Towering
here's
over
a
him.
decent one, dude. I mean,
Marvelous news. We're in the
Yeah, he looks more big than he is swole. I
Like-
think that's when Tyson called him fat.
nice.
Enemy shield cracked.
another level, another upgrade.
Taking fire, brothers.
I think that there's a huge desire out there's an appetite for watching him get beat up for some reason. Like, smoked him.
Care package coming in.
Barely. So.
Whole squad's
Nice job.
it.
Nice.
Thanks. Big boy.
Healing up. Give me a sec.
Upgraded.
Now the fight's over. Damn, it's crazy. I was
I
kind
think
of
they're
looking forward to that
postponing.
fight.
I think it's being postponed.
I don't know. I kind of think Tyson should just kind of hang it up. Like, he's really got nothing to fucking prove. Man.
Oh, but we need him. This is for us. This isn't about him.
Like, he's gonna die proving that shit for us. Ooh. Isn't she watching us on Facebook? I believe that's where we are.
Hey, got me a vault key.
It's not my A game today.
Loot vault over there. Well, what do you know? I have the key.
Choice loot locale there.
All right. Get us a fight.
Oi, go in there.
There's a jump tower here.
You will be correct, sir. There is. Catch it.
Let's check out that way.
Oh, you have asked to find your dog.
Stop following me, fat boy. Oh shit.
Got a rotten bloody egg over there.
Fuck.
Okay, so there's another group of rich people gonna try this Titanic thing. How does that make you feel?
Titanic thing?
There's another like submersible that's going to oh my god, you're in a mess.
Eat it.
They're going to try to prove that the Titan was a fluke, you know, that they weren't doing it right. There he is.
Yeah.
Nah. Oh boy. Damn it. Not for lack of trying.
Hey. Would y'all kill him?
Nice.
What the? Why are you shooting at me?
Thirst.
Like, what were they doing? What were they doing?
Alright, so there's another set of submersibles going down. Or another submersible that's going down with rich people. And they're going down to like show that the Titan just did it wrong. And they were, you know, lax of safety and stuff like that. And dude, they're basically being like, we've got an unsinkable submersible. And they're gonna go.
They're doing this after the last one imploded?
I mean, yes. No, they were doing it in spite of.
So they already built their submarine? They
Yeah, they already got it.
Yeah, pictures?
I haven't seen the company has a couple different ones. We're not. I don't think
So
they
were with
released.
a company this
I'll let
time?
you. Yeah, it's a company doing it. I don't remember what their name is, but
wanna
it'll
see
be
the sub.
something different later.
I want to see the sub before and after. I want to see the before and after picture.
Well, I can show you the after.
Not of the old stuff, the new one.
yeah. No, we can figure that out.
You're right. That's crazy.
What we do is we figure out what it's made of, and then we just order flat sheets of whatever that is, and boom, there's the after. But they're gonna do it. They're gonna go.
I don't
down.
understand how the last one got it so fucking.
They wasn't because it wasn't the first time. If they had just went down once or twice in the Titan, they would have probably been okay. But it was the subsequent journeys down there, and it was each time they was impregnating the layers of this thing more and more until.
How many times did it go down there before
I'm not
the
sure.
last time?
I'll find out.
I thought you said 4 or 5. I don't know. I just still feel like that's something they should have fucking known.
Oh shit! OceanGate previously stated that the Titan completed over 50 test dives.
With no maintenance.
Oh, I'm sure they were doing stuff, including the depths similar to those of the Titanic, both in the waters around the Bahamas as well as in a pressure chamber. So they had tested it numerous times. So, but that's the thing is, every time they tested it, because of the way it was constructed with the multiple layers of what was it, carbon fiber and something else that he had done. That's the thing, you couldn't see in between the layers, so you didn't know every time you went down how far, you know, what had delaminated and what hadn't. The only way you'd have been able to see that was either with an MRI or a super specialized X-ray, right? So yes, it could have been done. That's a valid point you make. They certainly could have tried a little, but he made the argument at some point that, you know, he couldn't get it tested and couldn't get it that, and like every material science guy that was in the industry at the time said the same thing. Dude, they make a handheld, you know, sonar, handheld. We use sonar, dude, sometimes to test welds. You know, like just like a pregnancy. You know, you use that same mechanism, and it shoots into the metal, and you can see cracks, imperfections, inclusions, all that kind of shit. And so those guys could have done the same thing. Put it on there, wave it around. Does it look like one solid block, or does it look like, you know, stacks of craft singles? If it looks like stacks of craft singles, you might not want to go down there.
So negligence.
I mean, if somebody dies, your only options are negligence, ignorance, or malice.
Yeah, because it's crazy. They imploded, and I feel like they could have prevented.
Oh yeah,
somebody
dude.
didn't check something.
Well, here's what are our odds of right now imploding?
0.
Close enough to 0 to call it 0 for sure. Going down there is you know, it's a hazard on its own. Just doing that. As to, you know, the legitimacy of it, I don't know. It's kind of like the Terrence Howard thing. It's like, if you think you know everything, and you're rich, you start to become immune to that kind of thing. That way of thinking. Did you guys just drop in a hotspot, or is this one squad?
No, it was like a hotspot. I don't even know where that team came from. Fuck!
I know where they're at. Pinging. What? Aren't your guys still up? Yeah, he's right there. He's coming around. He's gonna save the day. He's gonna avenge your death. He did. He did.
Not before I die.
That's what avenging death means.
No. Before I die, I need you to come save me. Don't wait till I die. No.
Well, I don't know what the term for that is.
Look at this. Other guy quit. Now we're just watching her.
Errol needs you to avenge his aggravated assault.
Exactly. Defend me to your death.
Well, they're doing that.
Did
he at least get your banner?
I don't know. Looting simulator.
I could probably move our cameras and find out. Yes, she did get your banner. She would like to participate further with you in this endeavor.
Just wait for.
Come on, man. She's a lifeline. You know it's in her blood. You could do the thing first. I'm just saying, like,
I really want to quit, but I'm trying to be a good sport while I'm doing any other fucking time I would have left.
Errol's trying to be a good steward of the player base.
Right. Look, they finna drop on us. Oh, God.
If I told you nobody was watching, would it make it easier to quit? That they are watching, but
someone's gonna watch.
I was just
later.
wanting to know if it'd make it easier or not. No, thank you guys for being here. We appreciate it.
Yes. I'm not thanking you for the respawn.
Yeah, I would have thanked you if you'd have saved me from dying, so I still had all my shit. I mean, you didn't have a lot, but it was your stuff.
Everything good though? You go outside a couple times.
Oh yeah, Lisa was watering the garden and the boys were being jerks about it, you know. You know how that goes? Oh, so Furiosa failed so hard they've canceled all the Mad Max sequels they were working on.
What I'm talking about. People learning from their mistakes.
Whoops. Whoopsies. I made a bit of an oopsies.
As long as you learn from them. Not continue to try to push through.
You know who MIA is, right? Mia. Like Paper Planes and stuff. She's a rapper, South American rapper.
Nope.
Oh. Well, she is pushing a line of clothing that is made of copper and silver,
Got some goodies for you.
which makes them all Faraday cages to prevent different devices from reading your biometrics. She's actually, it sounds crazy initially until you stop and think about it, and it sounds like she's actually ahead of everyone else.
But why is she doing? What made her want to start doing?
Neuralink.
Wasn't somebody just talking about a neural?
Yeah, I mean, they talk about it all the time. That's Elon's project, the brain-computer interface thing.
So she's developing clothes that prevent
Yeah,
that.
she's forward-thinking, kind of thinking about what's going to happen in the future, what can be anticipated, and stuff like that. She actually launched the clothing line on Tim Pool the other night.
Pissing around. Move here. Optics here. Mid-range.
So, but isn't Neuralink something you got to get installed?
Yeah. But she was basically saying, you know, from the standpoint of even if you had a Neuralink installed and you wanted to be disconnected from the network, wearing her clothes would do that. And she is right. She ain't Terrence Howard in you.
What are her clothes made of?
Huh?
What are her clothes made of?
Silver and copper. Yeah.
How expensive is that though?
Actually, the prices weren't terrible, weren't super bad. It's probably designer prices. The only difference is it would be the only garment you ever bought that you could sell back for its
Same
weight.
price?
It's not the same price for
But
sure,
close
but
to that, huh?
but you would get something back for certain.
Bet you would.
I'd like to
The
recycle.
amount of-
I'd like to recycle my scarf.
Right, the amount of people dumpster diving for clothes they can pinch to the junkyard for scraps.
They're gonna have to upgrade to pickups.
Yeah, because
I
carts
don't,
won't
I don't
do
know.
it.
I don't know how many of those hats your Hyundai's gonna hold. Might blow out the shocks on that one.
Carts won't cut it anymore, pal. That's pretty cool. She just announced it. When? A couple days ago?
Yeah, she launched it. I think Friday night.
I'll be interested to know how her business doing. Is she making some sales? Who's buying them? Did Tim say you was gonna get one?
No, I didn't watch enough of it to see that. I was in and out on that stream. They had the walk away guy on it, Brandon Stroka, I think his name is.
Walk away.
He was the guy in 2015 that started the walk away campaign for Democrats to walk away from the party.
Dope. Get behind that.
Oh, they did really well. Oh, Elon Musk declares war on Biden, holds meetings to turn elites against Biden, and Trump has started to talk about having Elon be a member of his cabinet in some way.
Okay. Guess it's better than anybody else, you know. I guess he's good choices any.
I mean, if this is gonna keep being the craziest timeline, it is gonna have to start stepping its game up a little bit, because everything that we've accepted as crazy has quickly become normal. So
Rick
it's
and Morty sure thought Elon Musk could do a little.
time to step its game up.
Yeah, they're better than anybody else we got in there now. So, what's the harm, right? You could pick Elon Musk over Biden. Was that what you would do?
Yeah. Over Biden? Yeah.
I mean, he can't be worse than anybody else, right?
I would rather know the idiot making all the blunders was making at least the decisions that were causing the blunders instead of speculating about who's behind all the blunders. It's like on my shotgun, man. I was using a choke in my shotgun that gave it a wider spread, so that when I shot at these clay targets, I had a bigger spread, you know, which meant I had a better chance of hitting them. Well, I started having situations where I was sure I should have hit it, and I think, you know, all of them spread and went around. And there was even times when I put it on pattern on paper, Errol, that I proved that my rounds were all going around the outside. If there had been a clay target right in the middle, I would have shot all the way around it. So I swapped out chokes to a tighter choke that made my pattern smaller. You hear me? Made the pattern smaller.
Yeah.
Well, that lowered my chances of hitting it, but the difference is now if I do put it on target, I'm definitely going to hit it. It reduced my chances, but now I know when I missed, I missed. The gun didn't shoot around it, I missed. And it's kind of like, you know, kind of equates to that. You're reducing, you know, you're making it more difficult, but you're reducing the chances of the fault being yours, or guaranteeing that if you fail it, it was you and the system didn't fail you. So like with Biden, it's like, you suck, but I'm not sure you're making the decisions. Whereas if you had someone like Elon in there, even if they were bad decisions, you could be like, well, I know you're making them though.
Yeah. Can't absolve Biden from all that.
No, I don't. It's worse. I go back to that. I would rather know that the guy who's the figurehead and purporting to have made the decisions to actually have done it, because then it makes it easier for me to be mad at him when dumb shit goes down. Right now, I know that man doesn't have the mental faculties to be orchestrating any of this bullshit.
Target locked. Just like old times, Dad.
I'm certain of it. So we've talked about it already, you know, like who, you know, it's obviously it's a puppet. He's a puppet politician. Granted, they might all be other than Trump.
Well, yeah, just the simple fact that he switches so hard, especially if you watch his videos from back in the day versus his videos now.
How come the press didn't get all pissy when Biden resumed building the border wall between the U.S. and Mexico? Like, they're back to building that thing, and nobody said shit about it.
There's nobody says.
Crazy how that works.
And at the same time, like, who's going to be mad? Because that's what everybody wanted in the fucking first place. And the people who didn't want it in the first place, like Chicago, for example, definitely want that shit now.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? So like, he's getting away with that. There, he's gonna slide through with that.
It's almost like
doing what you want.
It's almost like every state's a border state, huh? Weird.
Yep. Everybody wants that wall built. So funny.
Hey man, do you think if they did a Tarzan today, they'd do a race swap on it?
First blood.
Nope.
Still be a white guy?
Yep.
Why?
Of course.
Why? Why would you race swap him, dude?
because they
nobody's
wouldn't.
got the balls.
No, they would never.
Nobody's got the balls.
There are some things that even they wouldn't touch.
Come on, man. Tinkerbell is Coca, and I can't have a black Tarzan.
Tinkerbell's who?
Coca. She's darker. She's like the chick they got's like
What Tinkerbell are you talking about?
the new one, the new live action Tinkerbell they're doing. It's a black chick. So they can
Really?
yeah.
There's a live action.
Oh
Tinkerbell?
shit! You see his fucking brain just trying to comprehend it all. Yeah, they're doing another.
I didn't even know there was one coming.
Yeah, they're doing another Peter Pan, and Tinkerbell's a black chick, not super black. She's like got a light skin tone, but I mean it's obviously still a black chick. But no, I'm saying if we're doing all these race swaps, I want a black Tarzan.
Oh, you know what? You go pitch that.
No, Errol. I need you to do it.
No.
Come on, buddy.
I don't care nothing about Tarzan in the first place.
Is that your holdup?
Yeah, I mean,
Is that the beef?
Dang. Tarzan, that's funny. There's no way. It's funny that they
the
wouldn't know.
mayhem that would ensue as a result of
I'm talking about riots. They might burn the theaters down that play them.
They'd have to show them that it is a black lesbian LGBT director or something
That
else.
would not
or it
be a
would their
black
ass.
lesbian.
The director would have to be.
Oh. All right, okay.
Who
I
was
thought
the
you
last?
said-
Didn't they do that? What did they do? Oh, they did that on the Marvels. That was what the deal was with the director on Marvels. They made a big deal about that.
What, she was a
She
black
was
lesbian?
black. She was, black, gay director woman,
yeah.
and this was her first big film. Yada yada yada. Didn't
Yeah,
save
I
the
remember.
film. Oh, dude, I told somebody the other day about what we call Black Panther 2, the Panthers, and they fucking fell out,
The
dude.
Panther. Oh yeah. Shuri and the
Yeah,
mama.
like the
Yeah.
Marvels,
Yeah.
the Panthers.
And they're coming out with 3 with that too.
They can say whatever they want. Let's see what actually hits the theater, because I think Disney finally got the gist.
I don't know why you think that.
Because they've knocked down their production from 6 movies and 10 series a year to 3 movies and 2 series.
I mean, they may have knocked them down, but they always blame that on superhero fatigue, not That people just don't want to see the bullshit that they're making.
Let's see how Deadpool does. Because I don't think the general public puts Deadpool in with like all the regular shit. Granted, this time he's going to be, but I don't think Ryan's going out of his way to make it evident that he's a part of the MCU. I think Ryan just got a hold of the characters he needed. Wolverine, probably a couple other X-Men. Probably Patrick Stewart. I wouldn't be surprised if Patrick Stewart made a cameo in this one.
And he's smart. I mean, he knows like going against the grain, and as hard as he's going against the grain of Marvel and shit like that, it's gonna net him some. People are gonna go see it just because they don't.
Dude,
want to deal with Marvel.
It has become nomenclature to shit on Marvel and the dumb decisions they made. Have you heard the new Houdini song from Eminem?
I've been seeing it.
He digs on Megan Thee Stallion a little bit, and it's probably about the Hulk cameo she did.
Yeah, I heard about that. They're trying to cancel him now for that reason.
Oh,
I don't know if exactly because of Megan Thee Stallion, but they're trying to cancel him for some shit he's.
Dude, when I was a kid, senators tried to cancel Eminem, and it didn't work.
That's why it's funny.
Fuck out of here, Tipper Gore.
They are wanting.
That was the vice president's wife that was leading the commission against good music. Moms against good music. Magum. Oh, I'm watching the replay. Because I'm special needs. Everybody's awful quiet in chat. Oh! Nice. Hook him up. Oh, yeah. Man, you were fucking quick with that. That's a muscle memory, sweeping around him and shooting him in the back.
Able to not a spare my behind. He's got a friend somewhere. Don't know where he... Figure. We just want to go in there and get clapped though. Somebody hiding in the corner. Oh. Yes, he did.
Focus, people. We have to get inside the ring.
Thanks a bunch.
Healing up. She'll be right.
Attention. Deliver.
Half the squads are left.
Here comes a replicator. Recharging my shields.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
Got us a new kill leader. Wouldn't mind saying g'day to him.
Alright. Guess we're moving on. I don't see nobody.
I'm just checking through the news, make sure nothing's going on. Looks like a pretty quiet Sunday night. I say that and there'll be something insane going on I don't know about.
Find out tomorrow.
Evo harvester here.
Oh no. NASCAR thing. NASCAR just put out the points report after this race. Kyle Larson is listed second in points, but now shown with 0 playoff points. Last week he was shown with 17 playoff points after the 600. Kyle Larson tried to do something crazy last weekend. It's called the 1100. It's running the Indy 500 and the Coke 600 on the same day. And it ended up to where the 500 ran late and he couldn't make it to the 600. And they're trying to get a waiver but NASCAR hasn't given it to him yet, and so now technically Kyle Larson has no playoff points because he didn't race every race. And so either NASCAR is going to give him a waiver or he is going to be in a hurt in the playoffs.
Already on my mark. Firing for effect.
And a lot of good points are being made about that specific thing, and one of them is that Kyle Larson ran the 500 to kind of help cross-promote NASCAR. And so it'd be kind of shitty if NASCAR didn't doesn't give him a waiver for that. Trump said he's going to declassify the JFK, 9/11, and Epstein files, and he raised $200 million after he said it.
He's going to declassify what?
The Epstein files,
Oh,
the JFK files, and the 9/11 files. That's the holy trifecta.
is it?
I bet Terrence Howard's freaking out. The evidence I need is in there. I should have been War Machine. No, you were just Rhodey.
Looks like I pulled a fast one on you, amigo.
You think that? In another time, in another place, that guy got it done for you. But it wasn't this time, and it wasn't this place.
He wasn't. You didn't have the effect. Yeah, I definitely want. That's what we already knew. Like, we know who's on there.
The only thing that could come out of that would be revolutionary is if there was some legitimate evidence. Like, if there's legitimate evidence in there, then that certainly warrants the pomp and circumstances associated with announcing their release, you know. The 9/11 files, man, you're not going to find... I don't think you're going to find out anything we don't already know. I don't buy any of the conspiracies about any of the 9/11 stuff. Sorry. I work in metal. I understand the physics. I have I have an associate's degree, but it is in applied science and material science, and I know that you don't have to get a metal to its any further than its plastic state to be able to mold it. And so, yes, no, iron beams will not melt with jet fuel, but you can certainly get them hot enough that they go into what's called a plastic state, where they certainly can't support the weight. They can stay being... If you got it that hot and it was just sitting on the table, yes, it wouldn't melt into a pile of goo. It would maintain the shape of an I-beam. But if you were to hang it off the end of that table, it would certainly start drooping. It wouldn't be able to support its own weight.
I definitely I don't know if it's... I didn't even think about that one. Definitely, I wouldn't be... Almost... Probably like 70% sure to start over. Wow. I've seen a lot of different theories. I mean, I can't get them all, but like...
But they may... But I mean...
I feel like they had something to do with it.
But here's the thing. Here's my problem with that. And I've heard that argument before, but the thing is the guys were all from Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
If they were trying to... We were never going to invade Saudi Arabia.
Osama bin Laden, right? Was the guy that...
Sure.
Didn't we help him out? Wasn't he working with us?
We funded him in the 80s.
That's what I'm saying.
He was CIA. We taught him how to fight.
Okay. Right, but like... we also were involved in that. We also gave...
Here's my only argument against that. Hear me out. Most of those guys were from Saudi Arabia. We weren't going to go to war with Saudi Arabia. Bush tried to make it look like this was an Iraq thing because he had a hard-on for going after Saddam. But it had nothing to do with Iraq whatsoever. It was all, you know, a bunch of terrorists funded by Al Qaeda, and everything that happened around. The only thing that may have any tiny merit to it at all is what happened to Building 7 that night. Like, what the fuck actually brought it down? But like everything else, like. It was terrorists that were mad at us for being in the Holy Land, dude. That's what it's always been about. That's why they hate us.
I think buildings, you know, he says semantics bullshit. I don't care about how the buildings fit. The fact that they got planes to attack the U.S. to hit the buildings in the first place, I feel like
we trained them.
To do with it.
They came over here and got training. All the records were exposed. They were getting flight school training in like Kansas and stuff. They were absolutely capable of flying those planes. And as a matter of fact, there were simulators back in the day that you could have on a computer, and the Twin Towers were always in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So you in 2000, you.
So you said we trained them.
Yeah. No. They came here as through visas, and they went to flight school. And back in the day, no one ever thought that was a thing. They were just immigrants who were learning how to be pilots, which isn't unusual. People come here for everything.
That's your reason for saying that you don't believe it was America because we trained them?
We didn't. Private flight schools did. Like, just like there in you could go right now, dude, and pay like $100 and they would start teaching you how to fly a Cessna. Nobody would ask 2 fucking questions about it.
Okay, fine, but like that's the reason you're saying that it could have been.
No. What I said was why it doesn't make any sense. Why would you take people from Saudi Arabia and do it? We were never going to go to war with Saudi Arabia under any circumstances. They're an ally. But all of the terrorists were from Saudi Arabia. So if you were trying to pin it or start a war, why would you pick a bunch of people from an ally
why
country?
would we use that to start a war in the first place? Because that's what we did. We used that to start a war with Iran, right?
To go into
Iraq, right?
To go into Afghanistan.
Okay, Afghanistan.
That's where we should have went first.
We used it though.
100%.
Okay, so that's my point.
But here's what I'm saying. You implied that the situation was created so it could be used to do something else. Yes. I'm saying a situation happened that they used for something else. There is a difference.
I get the difference you're saying, but
the first chance they got. The first chance they got. But Errol, it could have been anything. If like the USS Cole got bombed. Hold on. One of the things you probably don't know about that happened right around that time was the bombing of the USS Cole. Have you ever even heard of that before?
No.
Perfect. This is what I'm talking about. They were going to use that, bro. The USS Cole was a destroyer. Hold up, that a dinghy floated up to with explosives and blew a huge hole in the
side. How do you know that's what they were going to use?
No, I said they could have.
Okay, they could have.
And they could have been in the process of using it.
And they could have orchestrated that to use that as well. Dude, you're not proving that that's not what... I'm not saying I can prove it is.
But a false flag...
But you're not proving that it's
false
not.
Flags. No. They could have, like, set up something to make that fucking happen.
That's all I'm saying.
But, man, that is a dumbass way of doing it.
I wouldn't put it past them.
They would... Dude, there's so much easier things you could do. You could just assassinate somebody. One person, and you wouldn't have to orchestrate all this bullshit. And, dude, no one has been investigated as much as those guys that fucking were actually on the planes. They figured all this shit. And again, if it had been the CIA, do you think they would have had to come to Kansas to learn how to fly the fucking planes?
I mean, like,
they would have shown up how to fly the planes.
We're living in the day and age where they're getting Trump on real estate charges that everybody does. So you're saying like there's easier ways they can do it? I don't put nothing past them.
That's fine.
Even if it's the squiggly way.
But here's the thing, dude. Like, okay, so let's do it like a detective then. So you need means, motives, and opportunity. Okay, those are the 3 things you need for pinning it on someone. I can put all 3 of those on one person. Okay. The guy that said he was gonna fucking do it.
Okay.
Osama called that shot before he did it.
About the Twin Towers.
Yeah.
Okay.
He called that shot.
So wouldn't it be even better, like if I was a planning man, to be like, let's do it.
Okay, but
and blame it on him, right? But, like, wouldn't that make a lot of sense?
But then how about this? Then are you saying hypothetically, if someone wrote a letter and say, hey, you know, Osama, you know what would be really funny is if you had some hijacked planes and fucking flew them into towers and mailed it to him? Did we orchestrate it then? just to give him the idea? Because if that's the case, then yes, probably, because the CIA trained the Al-Qaedas back in the 80s to try to throw out Iran or Iraq or somebody, I don't fucking know.
Didn't so okay. But
They got
didn't you
CIA
say
training in the 80s.
Osama.
Ah!
I keep saying, did you say Osama admitted to it? Like, let's just
Yes.
say he did. Didn't
That
he,
night.
Not only that,
That
right?
night.
Not only that, didn't Bush say it? Didn't he go on record saying that they did it as well? Like, wasn't, even if it was just some people doing a terrorist attack, didn't all of them say that they were doing it for
Al-Qaeda claimed responsibility. The terrorist organization Al-Qaeda claimed responsibility for it. And all of it was traced, dude. They traced it all back to like Pakistan and Afghanistan. That's where we found Bin Laden when we found him. He was like 100 miles into Pakistan. So no, he claimed responsibility. Those were his fucking guys. Is it possible they got that idea from CIA agents? Abso-fucking-lutely, because we trained those guys. Because we're really good at going into an area, deciding which party is right, and then training them with all of our best shit to defend themselves. Well, what ends up happening every time is 20 years later, those guys have taken over the entire fucking area, and they're the problem now. It happens every single time. And guess where's the last place we did it? Afghanistan, when we left.
But you know what else the CIA is good at? Causing instability, manipulating people, right?
Yeah. Okay. I'm just saying, yes, could they have given them the idea? Sure, fuck out. I don't care 2 bits about that. But it was absolutely orchestrated and ran from Al-Qaeda. It's all been traced back to them. So, dude, I was about your age when that all went down, and I was paying attention to it in real time. So, like, I know it's hard to look back at, like, what was going on at that time, but, like, no, that plays completely out. The moment we set foot in Iraq or in Kuwait in you're smirking like you you don't even care.
I'm smirking like you dismissing it because, like, I guess however old you were when it happened.
No,
that's not changing that I think the U.S. still has something to do with it.
Dude, you don't understand. When we hit the ground in 91, listen, when we went to Kuwait in 91 because Iraq had invaded Kuwait, the moment we put foot down in Kuwait, all of the Middle East lost their fucking minds. I don't think you understand the gravity of that. Because they considered it U.S. boots in the Holy Land. That is what their beef has been the entire time. And so you're talking about people on a fundamental religious basis all over the Middle East hating America just for being there. That was literally one of their biggest reasons for why they launched the terrorist attack on us, because we were even fucking there. They didn't want us coming in to defend anybody, even though fucking Saddam was like torching oil fields and like killing people. They didn't even want us there to save people. They didn't want us there at all. And that was why they attacked us. So what I'm saying is means, motive, and opportunity. He had all three. He had the means by having a huge terrorist organization that was largely funded on misguided U.S. aid. He had motive because they hated us because we were infidels in the Holy Land. Do you understand how big that deal that is to Muslims, right? Infidels in the Holy Land, on holy ground. And then opportunity. He had 10 years to figure it out, and he did. And they had huge funding too, Errol. Don't underestimate the money. And that all got tracked back to Saudi Arabia.
Gotcha. I hear you.
There's way worse things the CIA could do to Americans.
Means, modes, and opportunity. I think let's have it.
There would have been easier false flags though. More targeted ones.
I mean, because there could have been easier false flags. That means that's not the one they could have chosen.
Could have floated a sub right off the coast. Hear me out.
Could have.
Do you know the easiest thing? The easiest thing in the world to start a war like that? Float a sub right off the coast of Iran and fire a missile off of it into Israel.
Yep.
On ballistics, it'll look like that missile came straight out of Iran.
But it looks a lot better when you're trying to get everybody else on board. If you killed a bunch of people, innocent people, on our land.
Okay, then let's play it out from your perspective. What was the advantage for them in doing that?
doing it.
Yeah, what war did we actually come out ahead on at all?
No, us coming out ahead after 20 years later, like I understand that. We all know that.
Well, what was
but
the
then
play
they not
then?
make? Didn't a lot of people not make money on it?
I mean, we're always at war. We didn't.
Okay,
we
but
upped the budget a little
But
bit.
did a lot of
not
people not
lot.
make money on that 20-year war? Like people benefited from that war.
But there was other wars going on today we could have benefited from too.
Yeah, but I mean, what? I mean, we still start wars.
So you
We
think it was
always in
the-
war. So you saying like we're not going to get in another war?
But okay, so this
So,
is
like,
like
we
getting
didn't
into
just-
Terrence level. So you're saying that like
Wait, terrorist.
you're saying the
Okay.
military-industrial complex put up the Afghani terrorists to launch an attack on the U.S. soil.
I'm saying that's possible.
I mean, well,
I
of course
can't-
it's possible.
Like, okay, so that, but my point the entire time.
Oh, well, I'm just saying Occam's razor says the people that were mad we were there and said they were going to...
Yeah,
How about this?
Oscar Razor sounds nice, but it
Check it
does not apply to everything because a bunch of wild shit been happening for a very
Check it
long
out.
time.
It was also the second time they had attacked that tower. Do you know that?
But what does that?
They bombed
does
it.
not
They
mean that
bombed
it
it.
wasn't possibly what could have happened.
Well, check it out.
Does not mean
I
that.
am not discounting your possibility, but it seems like you're completely discounting
I'm not
mine as a
completely
possibility.
But how was me saying that it's possible that could have happened, discounting your possibility?
No, you're definitely leaning towards the fact that you think that it was like a more deeper conspiracy.
Okay, and if that's the case, what's the problem with that?
No, I'm just saying, but like I am not saying yours isn't possible. I'm just saying mine's more likely because it's just it fits with all of it because we did piss those people off from being there, and that was one of the points I made that I don't know if you really got, but like that really pissed them off. Like the entire like Middle East was like pissed off in America at that point, and the towers have been targeted before. There was a bombing in the basement that, dude, probably wasn't really far from bringing the whole building down. They blew up a pillar in the basement of one of the towers. They brought in a moving van that was loaded with like all kind of wild explosives, and it killed like dozens of people, and they were concerned it was going to bring the towers down, but they were able to save them. And ever since then, that's been a target for all of those all of the people in the Middle East that hated us, because the World Trade Center was like a symbol of America's exodus and our capitalism and all that shit. So it was always a target. The Pentagon got hit because they missed the White House. They were moving too fast, and the White House is way smaller than you think it is.
Cracked an enemy shield.
Gas trap deployed.
But no, the easier thing would have been to supply Saddam with some crazy ass weapons that he shouldn't have had. That would have probably been the easiest thing. And then the military industrial complex could have done that without anybody's help. They could have just dropped off like a SAM site or a Patriot missile system or another set of Sidewinders like Iran had at the time. Sidewinders are
I get stuck.
Sidewinder missiles are a land-to-sea missile, which you would only have if you intended to shoot at somebody's boats, which America really doesn't like when you do that. We don't like it when you touch our boats.
So I've heard.
So that would have been like a pretty easy one, because like one Sidewinder missile coming out of Iran would have probably warranted, or out of Iraq would have warranted it. But I will also say this, dude, George Bush was not going to leave office without having invaded Iraq. That is something I fully believe. I don't know what it would have been. It could have been them taking the Indian chick off the Land O'Lakes butter. It could have been them changing a mascot on a football team, but George Bush was going to invade Iraq.
So what do you think Trump mentioned he's going to release the 9/11 files?
He's trying to. Well, he did this last time. He said this kind of shit last time too, dude. Right before the election.
What do you think's in there? You think he's just saying it just to up his?
Yeah, because people will be like, "Oh, he's gonna do all the things we wanted." He could have done them. He could have done them last time. All these things, and here's the deal.
So he's just lying?
He can say whatever the fuck he
well.
wants, because once he actually gets in there, all the powers that would be are actually going to be able to put pressure on him and influence him and tell him you can't do this, you can't do that, and then he won't do it.
Maybe.
He's never done any of that shit. He could have, dude. He could have pardoned Julian Assange the entire time and never did.
True. He could have.
And he can't even act like he didn't know about it because I've seen where people mentioned it and talked to him about it, and he just didn't fucking do it. So even he's our best option. He's the best of what's available by far, but he's certainly not perfect. All of these things that he's going to go campaign that he's going to do now, he could have done. But then on the same token, all the leftists that are saying he's going to do this and is going to do this, well, why didn't he do it last time? So it's the same answer for both parties. You can't say he's going to do some crazy shit on either side because why didn't he do it last time?
That's what you told me.
Why wouldn't he have done it last time?
I thought you was all excited for him releasing the files.
Oh, I think there might. But here's the thing. I don't think there'll be anything good in it, but that doesn't mean there won't. Like, every one of those files, I don't expect anything crazy in it, but that doesn't mean
possibly be
it doesn't mean
in there.
they're going to be like, all right, so on 9/11, it was actually a pair of UFOs that in all the footage we were able to make them same way we block out your YouTube TV video. We were doing that in the 2000s, and we could just
YouTube TV.
Remember how OBS was blocking me out from recording it. We made it all look like airplanes and shit, but it was UFOs. Like, sure, there could be something insane, or they could be like, actually, one of the pilots on the one of the pilots in the second plane actually survived and made it down the stairwell. Like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be something insane. Certainly worth reading. I will never balk at classified documents being released. I would be hard pressed to be like, nah, you shouldn't release that. You should always release it. There is no knowledge that is not power. And anything they know they're keeping from us is something that should be released. How about this? If it can be killed by sunlight, then it deserves to be killed by sunlight.
Yeah. Yes. Endless possibility.
Work as a team or die.
Well, yeah, probably won't.
I'm also, dude, I've been disappointed enough times that I can honestly say the world isn't as interesting as we hope it is. The things
It just depends on what you think is interesting, man. I think it's a lot of things that we don't know.
It's never as crazy as we think it is, like, or as we would hope it is. Like when the solar flare came through a couple weeks ago and it was causing auroras all over the planet. People were screaming Carrington event and thinking, the entire electrical grid was going to go down. None of that happened. Because it's never as interesting as it, we suffer from having exposure to too much media that shows crazy things happening in the world. There is nefarious people doing malicious things, certainly. I mean, Nancy Pelosi exists, so you can't ever say there isn't true evil out there somewhere. But, like, no one ever really wakes up in the morning thinking they're going to be the villain. Even those, like, sociopath CEOs of trillion-dollar companies wake up thinking they're doing good for everybody kind of thing, even though they're not. But,
like giving drugs to your own people. Right, or affecting your own citizen with diseases.
But in their mind, they're not playing the bad guy in their own head.
Over the whole story.
Oh, they're definitely the bad guy. There's definitely
a villain in there.
But that's what
I don't care what they think. Usually, the villain always thinking they're trying to save the world. But it's always
small bites. You rarely get a Hitler. You know what I mean?
You say you rarely get a...
Like, that's a monumentous jump in monstrosity.
Hitler, yes.
It's usually small jumps in monstrosity, if that makes sense.
Not a Hitler level threat.
Right, that's like a big jump. That's like that's a quantum leap in monstrosity.
Maybe only we care now because we got involved in it. What if we never got involved in it? Would Hitler be as bad as...
He would have taken over the whole world.
You think so if we didn't get involved?
Yep. He was on his way to doing it. The only thing that stopped Hitler was Japan bombing us.
Right. Us was the wall.
We weren't involved.
Right. I'm saying, but us was the wall. When we did get involved.
Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, and then like a couple days later, Germany declared war on us.
I mean, in this timeline,
And
that's what
just-
happened. What if the next timeline it went on?
I actually recently found out that Japan had actually formally declared war on us before the attack, but the letter didn't get to Washington in time. It's for a long time, and the reason that matters is for a long time in history, it was called a cowardly act because Japan didn't declare war first, which is what had always been done generally with big world powers in a modern stage, was somewhat you declare war and then you attack. Now, granted, Germany could have allotted for a little bit more time between when they sent the letter and when they sent the bomb, but they had declared, in their minds, had formally declared war. The problem is they were like, all right, send that letter out in the morning. Let's go bomb them now.
They didn't wait. They didn't give a couple days
Right, because here's the deal.
for the letter to be received.
They knew we had a Pacific fleet, right? They knew we had a fleet in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii, right? So if they had declared war on us and Washington had gotten word of that, they would have immediately told that Pacific fleet to get the fuck out of there and let's start heading to Okinawa. And we didn't get that call. We would have been more prepared for those planes coming in, because the other thing was the radar guys picked it up. There was very early rudimentary radar there at the time, and they had picked up a radar signature, but they assumed it was an error because why would there be hundreds of planes coming this way, right? Well, there was hundreds of planes coming that way. Oopsies. But if they had declared war the night before, we would have known that. We would have been like, "Oh fuck, here it comes." Right? Well, hopefully you guys were listening.
No, I heard you. Said radar picked up planes, but they thought it was a mistake. But we know.
My bad.
Die.
Excellent. I've leveled up. Now to select an upgrade.
Were your guys?
Already there fighting and shit because they wanted to run off and died. And then
Oh, they were the crates. They had done exploded into crates already.
is usually how it happens. Everybody's John Wick in their story.
Of course. Oh no!
I do find it funny though, having to send a letter
Fucking
to
man.
declare war before you attack. I mean, I guess it prevents death, but it's kind of
You can send a
like
messenger.
war.
You can send a messenger too. Yeah, it's a formal declaration of war. Hey, check us out. Halo.
Oh yeah, it's Pride Month.
Embrace love, diversity, and inclusion by equipping the Unity 24 armor coating nameplate and emblem in Halo
It's
Infinite
celebrate
this June.
who you're fucking month.
I hadn't heard
That's
that
exactly what it is.
yet. I hadn't heard that
It's
one. That's
celebrate
good.
who you're fucking month. Right? I also have pride.
You make a ballot. You make a strong argument.
Safety's off. Weapons
They're all gonna do it.
my
Have you ever
birthday
been to a
month.
pride parade?
No.
It's a place that you should never take your.
I guess if they have a straight white parade, I'll show up for that.
They will bomb you. They will send Molotovs hurling your way. That's fucked though. That is so fucked up to say. Like,
Molotovs.
I really recognize, and it does make me angry, like the white hate bullshit. The same way it makes me angry about any other type of motherfucking hate. But it pisses me off. Like, you can't do, like, I don't like having handicaps, handcuffs on me telling me what I can and can't fucking do. And so to sit here and be like, you motherfuckers can't get together and have a parade for being who you are, it's fucked. You're telling me I can't do something. That's fucked.
No. How about this? No one's ever stopped us.
Let's touch down here. Hit the jet.
Right. Not yet.
We could do it.
I mean, all right. Yeah, you could.
We're all gonna lose our insurance.
Everybody's going. There's gonna be deaths that day.
It'll be on the news.
Yeah. Deaths. But here's the thing, man. It's like it's a lot of you. But like it's a lot of them. Like half of y'all feels differently. You see what I'm saying? Like,
It's weird.
you know what I mean? So that's the issue here.
Here's the deal, though. I don't feel the need to, and I don't think many people that match my description on an APB would do the same. Like they don't care. I don't care.
Right.
But
You don't care about what?
I don't need a parade to celebrate who I am. I don't need a month. I don't even really need the day I get once a year, honestly. But
But to have the
but
option.
to say that it's not even a fucking okay thing to do.
Right.
And here's the thing, like if you in the same breath say that it's not okay for this group to do it, but it's okay for this group to do it, then you're basically giving this group permission to like shit on this other group because they don't get to do it.
No, that's exactly
Which
what's happening.
I don't know, like it's tough because on one side it's like I don't care, but on the other side I was like it's the way that the entire world's heading towards. Like we're slowly overcoming the sins of the past, and
Wait,
there's,
what?
like the way that everybody's treated each other over the last like 100 like okay, so let me back up. So we've discussed previously how technology started rapidly advancing somewhere around the 1890s, right? Once we got into the modern industrial age, things started going really fast. So one of the things that happened really fast was instant communication. That's really a thing that's only existed over the last 20 or 30 years, to where basically the whole world is one place now. So now we're finally starting to settle out and find out how everybody works into this new cyber world where we can instantly talk to each other, and there's no more hiding who we really are because we're out there showing who we really are. And so there's got to be a little bit of time where we bicker, piss off each other, and continue to argue until long enough that all of our shared histories are just us settling beef. And then it'll go back to everything kind of being cool for a while. I think that's where we're at now. The reason it's coming to such a head so quick is because of instant communications, people being able to all get mad at the same time about something. Like we were talking about how on Facebook, there for a while they were like across the board just trying to make people mad. Rage porn was basically what it was. Rage bait. The cop, all the beatings. Remember all that shit we were talking about?
No, I got you.
So I think that was coming to a precipice, and that's where we're at now, where tensions are possibly as high as they can ever be, but we're right close to the other side of everybody forgetting what we're mad about. Like that's where I don't know. I kind of think that's where things are heading.
I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think this is a graph of power and victimhood and bullshit. And you think they're gonna let that power go to go back to being kumbaya? You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're gonna do that. You go down there.
They're not going to get people to accept things that make people physically revolt against. That's not something you can control. So any sort of like crazy gender identity stuff isn't going to fly. But everything else, like inalienable things, I think eventually that all goes away. To where nobody's gonna like have a reason to dislike someone else for an inalienable thing. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like right now, if you're mad at somebody for something they can change, that's okay. But if it's something they can't change, then you're the prick.
Yes, I agree with that.
Well, once everybody just accepts that sort of moral line of thinking, then all of our problems go away. If I don't like something specifically you're doing, like, okay, if I'm mad at you because you play video games all the time, that's legitimate because you're choosing to do that. If I'm mad at you because you're dark, that's a problem.
Right.
Like, that's a pretty easy philosophy to live with, I think. That's fair, isn't it?
I know. I believe that's fair. So, are you saying though that's where we're going to get to?
I think no. That's where everybody has to get to for this all to work. It's your right to be freaky, so long as it's my right to think you're freaky. Is that fair?
Yeah. That's where everybody has to get.
That's
to.
where we got to get to. It's
Are we
your
going to get there though?
eventually over a long enough timeline. We have to.
I feel like it's just power shit. People are going to continually want.
Governments come and go. I'm not even guaranteeing we can hold society together forever. But like, yeah, eventually things start to settle out, I would think. Eventually, every weird thing has been around so long enough, it's not weird anymore.
Right. Yeah.
And the things that grab attention now won't always grab attention. So these people that are doing like weird identifying as seasons and shit like that, eventually that stuff gets played out to where everybody rolls their eyes like we do now. And then once it doesn't get you positive attention and people aren't screaming slay queen at you when you wear high heels with your fucking bulge, then it all starts to stamper down, wouldn't you think? When there's no longer a social reward associated with being wildly different than everyone else, I think the incentive to do it goes away. We may be close to that now.
Everybody's so wildly different. No one is.
Well, it's just like they've been pushing the gender, the identity politics for so long that it's not fresh and it's not new, and even people who are playing along with it for the majority of the time have started to grow weary of it. Like how many? Like we were just joking about Halo doing a Pride thing, but how many actual corporations did you see celebrating Pride Month this time? How many? I didn't see a whole lot of logos change colors. Did you?
I haven't really been paying attention. It's
I
only
have.
Day what? Two, 3?
Yeah, I've been watching. Oh, dude, they would have all done it yesterday. If your company's gonna ride that bandwagon, you do that June 1st. And the only one I've seen so far is Halo. And nobody gives a shit about Halo, so I'm not sure that matters. When was the last time you thought about Halo, like, other than nostalgically?
Who's on? Does Microsoft on?
Yeah. Yes, it was part of the ransom to allow Bungie to leave without anybody getting hurt. Nice. Oh no. Really needed those first couple. Fuck him up, Errol. Fuck yeah.
Why hit that mic?
Fisticuffs. Sega.
Recharge your shields.
Come on.
Three four three is now the sole proprietors of the IP of Halo because Microsoft got it from Bungie, is a part of their negotiations to leave Microsoft without anybody getting hurt. So Bungie gave Microsoft Halo for their freedom. No, Bungie, the original creators of Halo, gave the IP of Halo to Microsoft for their own freedom.
Oh, they traded it.
Because Bungie was owned by Microsoft, but they never really meshed with the culture at Microsoft. It's a software company, not a gaming company. That's a different thing.
And Microsoft agrees to that.
Yeah. Why not? All right, so
I mean, you own Bungie.
So all right, so you got right. But what is Bungie? Bungie's a bunch of people and an IP. Okay, well, if the people are unhappy and are trying to negotiate their release, and they finally one day just said, screw it, we quit, and they leave you with just the IP, the entire world's going to know you destroyed Bungie, a beloved company, and now you have the Halo IP because you still own it because you're a multi-conglomerate monster. Well, good luck on your continuing Halo games. What Microsoft did was it said, listen, Bungie doesn't want to be here anymore. We want them to do the best they can. They're leaving us the Halo IP, and they're free to pursue other endeavors. Literally a month later, Bungie signed up with Activision, and then they started working on Destiny. And so they gave up Halo and all the rights to it for their freedom. Hell yeah, I'd have done that too. You can always make another Halo. And they did, arguably. Destiny's probably done monetarily as well, if not better, than Halo did, because they could only sell you Halo once.
Introducing your champion.
How many times have you bought Destiny?
Yeah. Destiny's down the drain now.
Yeah.
Pretty trash.
They
Yeah,
should.
they did that first couple of games and
Land up.
seasons of Destiny.
Shoulders, eh?
Pretty sure they made a good amount of money on Destiny.
Yeah.
Destiny 2.
And they've had the right to do whatever they want without oversight beyond, you know, the publisher. Like, I don't know. Now, granted, Activision did dig their fingers in pretty good and made Bungie do some stuff that I'm sure they probably didn't want to. But ultimately, the franchise did really well. And there's still people that play, like... Paul Tassi on Forbes, he still plays Destiny constantly. It's funny because, like, he'll write an article on one of the biggest websites in the world that's about financial stuff, and literally the article is just about some dumb shit going on in Destiny, and it gets like no traction because nobody's reading that shit because it's like him and 30 other guys still playing Destiny. It'd be like on Joe Rogan's show if at the beginning of it he gave a Suicide Squad kills the Justice League update, and it's like, dude, there's like 100 people playing that game still.
Right.
But
Destiny definitely got their diehard fans.
yeah, oh, there's still people cranking on that. Yeah,
I just couldn't do it.
Rings ages away and closing in 45.
Look at this. I'm not giving any.
Standard stock here. Level 2. Light ammo here. Energy ammo here.
I just.
Yeah, I'll take that. I need a sniper stock. Been looking for that.
Looks like it was caught.
That ring has started moving. We're not in it. Thank you. Charge tower over there. If you
oh, this is the one.
sure. There are no squads near.
You're already on my bad side.
Oh no, you're like 30 seconds into this match.
Yeah, my ping. I want something. Want it. Don't take it. You know what I'm saying? Like proper Apex. Ping something. Tag it. Hey, I want it. You don't go grab it.
Explosive hold here. Careful. Opening this hold.
Now when you go down, I'm gonna watch you. Slowly die.
You thought you had a teammate. So did I.
Alright,
You want? Is there a bunny out there?
come here. I got something to show you. The race is not still going.
Nah, it's a replay of today's race. I just haven't changed the channel.
Putting up a heat shield.
No, the race ended when we were eating dinner.
Just got an upgrade. Guess Newcastle just leveled up.
And I'm not seeing any pictures from
Got an upgrade.
pit road, so none of my friends that went down to see the celebration at the end. Everybody just left. They're like, peace.
He got some.
Yeah. That and like the guy that won it, you know, I don't know if anybody was there to see him. I mean, he's a fine driver, Austin Cedric, but Ryan Blaney was leading the race with 2 to go and ran out of gas. Brutal.
Why didn't he stop?
He did on his previous stop. They didn't get it all the way full. Yeah, that sucks. That's the only possible explanation. Because he ran out of gas, and he was definitely on pit road.
Give me a second. Fixing up.
It's on fire, somebody.
Yeah, somebody's. Well, the fuel guy. I mean, the guy filling it up. It's basically on him. Fred said, "Hey, I'm one of those 30. One of those 30 people playing Destiny."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's still people out there playing it, but like even you know, Fred, like, dude, there ain't enough people out there to warrant articles being written on Forbes about it. Don't get me wrong, I like Paul Tassi, and he does cover good stuff.
I will watch to see what happens because I heard they were bringing what's his name? Guy that died, robot. I can't remember his name now. Ace or something.
I'm definitely not up on my Destiny lore.
Let's transfer to that spot. Jojime, we're not the first ones here. Once caught in the area, we have to drop.
Buddy.
Let's go there. Jojime-san, backing out of my drone. I'm good to go.
Oh, you living dangerously. Oh, it just closed. I was like, oh shit. Is it moving?
Yeah, I was trying to get out of here before we get trapped. Guy said he saw someone.
Yeah, I
over
was
there,
gonna say he just pinged somebody.
Take note.
I don't see.
Kill leader.
If there was someone where he pinged, you would know it because they would be shooting at you.
Right.
Unless they're pacifists, which, whew. Boy, your teammates are mad. You know this guy hasn't shot this whole game? I think he's a conscientious objector. Conscientious objector.
Signaling my drone back. Jojime,
This hadn't changed much. Oh yeah,
Got a buster there.
halfway.
You should mosey on over there.
I heard you.
Come on, Crypto, do your job.
We're ahead of the game. Rain's coming in a minute, but it's close.
He has attendance problems. I think it's drugs.
I'm back. Logged off my drone.
We sit close to the ring and it collapses on us.
Fred said Sadie 6 is coming back. Cayde.
Cade.
Cade 6.
Jojime-san. Never mind.
What's that mean?
He's a guy that died in the early DLC. Forsaken or something? Well, he kind of went out. He was ill. Died.
All right.
You have to do this little mission when you got this little pistol and shit. Anyways, he's supposed to be coming back. I really think they're only doing that to bring people back.
The crowd pleaser.
But I still am interested in seeing
Fan
what
service.
that story is.
Cool.
I heard you. That ring has started moving and we're not in it.
I got one over there.
Yeah. Who killed this guy though? What our guy?
Yeah, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, like I have no idea.
Was it cancer?
Package on the way.
You have a heart attack?
Can he bring him back? Gotta go.
Attention. There is a new kill leader.
I'm fine. Just fixing up. They found a new kill leader.
How about we reposition over there?
I don't know. Chalk him up as another one of those sudden, unexpected deaths.
What's up?
We have an enemy.
Oh, I know.
Let's go there.
Daddy's gonna fly. Busting out an evac tower.
Not alone. There are a lot of squads around us.
Move it.
Round 3. Beginning ring countdown.
I got an evil harvester here. Signaling my drone back.
5 left.
Yes, we're trying to bring this guy back.
Replicator on its way. Let's cook.
If we can take it. Really, crypto should be doing this, but I have to stand there. Might be doing.
Joa, there are no squads near us.
Let's march towards this spot.
Yeah, because when he does, it's instant. When I do, I gotta sit there and wait.
Oh, really? Oh, because he's support.
He got the drone, yeah. Kind of like hacks it.
Alright.
One squad nearby.
Sweet. You're whole again.
Think I could be killed, did ya?
I see one of them.
To the battle.
They don't want you being there.
Oh.
I see
Yeah.
one of them. Kakaita.
Buster here.
Why am I doing this?
Firing.
That's wild. I don't know. Whoa. Oh, there's one to your right.
Yeah. Of course, my guy is not doing.
He's like, you just pinged me.
Yes, thank you.
Roll up. These might be the guys.
Reinforcing my shield.
Yeah, one squad nearby.
Better.
Got an upgrade. My kids would love
Oh, you
this.
still susceptible.
Oh.
There it is. Oh, hello.
Extended light mag here. Level 4.
Round 4.
3 squads.
Ring countdown.
Need some healing.
Yeah, I go there.
Let's camp out over here.
2 enemy squads left. Let's make a meal out of those eggs.
Replicator being delivered.
Replicator on its way.
Squads somewhere
Let's cook.
nearby.
Right on.
Enemy east over there. Chinam Bukichi.
Man,
I'm back.
let's just go to the ring.
That way.
We fight.
I'm fine. Just fixing up.
Yeah, you're gonna get trapped if you guys stay there.
Someone destroyed my drone.
Hopefully they're not staying.
Close in 45. Let's camp out over
I've
here.
got eyes on one of them over there.
Got a jump tower.
Oh, they're hitting them up.
If you stay, you will die there. Let's move it.
They're coming.
Let's transfer to this spot.
Don't get too far out.
Mosey on over there.
Understood. The jump tower's right here.
They have heard your
How about we
plea.
reposition over there?
Understood. That's an explosive horde there.
Yep, that's the spot. They're gonna be coming to it.
Warning. Ring closing.
Careful. Opening this horde.
Fancy as.
We
They
just
begin.
gotta-
Yeah.
we just gotta.
No squad near us.
My watch begins right here.
gotta make sure the ring
There's only a
goes
couple
on.
places they can be coming from.
Yep.
See anything? They be getting cooked. Makes me think they're fighting.
Yeah, no, somebody just got knocked by a ring. One person.
Oh, are they all caught? You can see the whole play field. There they are.
Got a fool over there.
They're focusing on it too.
잘 보고 다녀. There are 2 squads near us.
Oh yeah, stand there and take it. You ain't been hit once. Oh yeah. Right there.
Sending an archer your way.
Get out of there. Hey, take a look around. There's still another squad.
Focus up. Buster there.
Oh, good, thank you. What the?
What? Oh yeah.
Looks
Head
like
on a
it's just
swivel.
him,
Head on a
though.
swivel. Oh, you sticking your head out there? Sure. Oh, you guys are in the ring and they're not.
They gotta get up here.
Oh, this is beautiful. They have to rush now. And he knows it. Oh, they gotta head into the gunfire. Bamboozled. That's not a bamboozle. That's a real one. Oh. What are you hitting?
His what's it called?
Nice shot, Errol. They're all wounded up.
He's going over there. They're gonna fight now.
Cool. Let them work out their differences. What the fuck? There you go.
What? That didn't even register. I hit him.
Enemy shield is cracked. I'm back.
You drop any
Are they not
mayhem
fighting?
down into there?
Oh, they are fighting.
Yeah, they are fighting. Sweet. This is funny. One squad left. They're all down there. About to get gobbled up by the ring.
Beginning ring countdown.
Reloaded.
Just keep an eye on them. Oh, that ain't good.
45 seconds.
Being shot at.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Boom.
That is
Did it.
crazy work.
That was great. That was so satisfying. That was so good.
That is crazy work. How did they die?
Because you guys were they were stuck in that corner. They couldn't go the other way. The ring had them blocked. The only way they could come out was into the gunfire. It was like the best possible setup of all time.
Well, I'll take my win.
No
Shit.
kidding. That one was earned 900 damage. No kills on your man. But that shit was, yeah.
This is
Dirty
awesome,
said
I
good
guess.
job. It
Shit.
was amazing. Like, yeah.
Teamwork.
Yeah, dude, it paid off. I called it too. I said I thought that was the game, and it was
You
the
did.
game.
You
That was a
did. You
perfect
snatched
game.
it.
Amazing. All right, well, that's actually an excellent place. We love to quit on a win.
Right,
That's
right.
we'd love to do that. So
I am tapped.
that is gonna wrap up the stream for Grimy Poplitics for Sunday. We got a whole real full week ahead of us, but we'll be
Yeah.
here to help you out. Just make it through your day, and we'll be waiting for you after dinner.
Yes, sir.
Probably will be a bunch of craziness this week.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah, it should be pretty fun. But as always, we'll be back here from like 6:30 to 8:30 Central Time right after dinner and do a little Apex
Sunday
and chat.
through
And,
Thursday.
we appreciate everybody hanging out to check out the content and what we're up to. We would have been doing this without you here. It's just with you here, we can blind ourselves with light. Be sure to like us and subscribe on whatever your social media platform is of choice. Of course, our true home is Rumble. We do also stream on Facebook.
Yes.
And
Thank you for watching, guys.
yeah, but wherever you're at, please give a like and subscribe. We'll be back again tomorrow night. I'm Josh.
I am Errol.
That was Grimy Politics. Have a great night, guys.